Tonight, a good one on tap as part of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration series, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaunt with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Just about set for football. Blake Grupe is ready to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Tua. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And he was taken in the 2nd round after setting career highs in passing yards and touchdown passes for the University of Louisville. 3 different schools in college and 4 degrees. Academically inclined, he'll have the playbook down pat in absolutely no time. Has a big arm, takes care of the football, and his experience is going to serve him well as a new starter in the NFL.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The tight red, Dotson, buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Shuck. Finding Taysom Hill complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. No gain on the play there, second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They run the option on second down. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Now Shuck. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On fourth down, the Saints' new man for 2025, Kai Kroger on to punt. Deep to return, Malik Washington. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7. Again, it's Achane. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Well, that's going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
For the Dolphins.
I'm going to call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw is shot. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Well, this upcoming week, of course, an important one for us in the Madden community. It's the kickoff to John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Big John was such a presence on that holiday to so many of us, and we look forward to a big slate of games coming up on Thanksgiving Day. The Packers and Lions started out, followed by the Chiefs and Cowboys. What a game that'll be. And then finally the Bengals and the Ravens on Thursday night. Tua going to throw. Short throw caught by Dosich. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. It's Hill, complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play fake. Shuck. He completes it to Olave. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. Now inside the 25. And down to the 19-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play action. Shuck. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. They'll go play action with Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Shuck, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now Tua. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brings up 3rd down.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. In motion is Westbrook-Akina. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively. or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They begin on the ground with Kamara. A solid stiff arm. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Saints.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shuck now to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and 3. Throwing, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Saints first down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
35-yard line.
Tua, the final shot before half. Little short pass here to Hill. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Nothing is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Now they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They start the second half with Kamara. They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of 10.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Again, it's Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
38-yard line, second and 9. A 10th carry for Kamara. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Kamara up the middle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run with Devin Neal. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Now he's going to step in, and he lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. but you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Groupie for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the gun, it's Tua. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. The throw out right, going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. $39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
To throw now, Shuck. Little short pass here to Hill. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Olave motioning to the left. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Shuck. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Gets around him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now here come the Dolphins. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look at Tua, and the ball is out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 11-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And man, and he hits it in stride. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Achane. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He'll try to do it himself. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. 159 yards rushing for him now to this point. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.